What it do, baby? It's your boy Enrico, and I'm back again. This time, came to holler at y'all about Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semifinal Series between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers, man. Man, the Knicks was working again last night. Well, not the Knicks, the referees in the league was working again for the Knicks. And I made a video about the Knicks 76er series. I said, dear NBA, we wanted to be uh, earn, not given, and that's what we want. NBA, we don't want this, and it's disgusting, man. I'm not gonna go off like I did that last time. I'm gonna keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all know what's going on. No need for me to get emotional and upset or nothing about it. You know, I'm just a real fan of the game that want to see the best team win. You feel me? So when I watch a game where one team keep getting a favorable whistle, it bothers me. And I'm clearly not the only one. There's a lot of people that feel the same way. But you know, as usual, the Knicks got the favorable whistles, and Rick Carlisle, he had enough, man. He went off at the end of the game. He got kicked out. It was a couple bad calls throughout the game. The major thing that happened that Rick Carlisle was mad about, it was actually the right thing that the refs did, because the refs called a double dribble, which wasn't a double dribble. But you know, if you look in regular motion, it looked like it was close to being one. So they called it, but then they got together and said, no, my mistake. It wasn't a double dribble. So they reversed the call in real time. No review, nothing. So Carlisle was mad about that, because if you think about it, game one, what happened? What happened? They called a kickball against the Pacers, which wasn't a kickball, and the Pacers going off like, no, 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 bad call. And what the refs do? They ain't do shit. They kept the call and they kept it moving, and they called a kickball, and the Pacers had a clear advantage, and that was a big key of possession in the end of the game, and that clearly, you know, hampered the Pacers from winning that game. So they had the opportunity to do the same thing game one, they didn't, but when they had the opportunity for the Knicks to do it, they took it and they did it. And that's the hypocrisy that bothered Carlisle, and that's where he had enough. He couldn't take it no more, and I don't blame him. He got to send a message, man. Now you see him; he went into the post game conference and said a couple words, man. You know, because he had enough of it, man. He definitely had enough, and I don't blame him, man. So we gonna listen to Carlisle real quick and see what he got to say. Then we gonna come back.
It didn't feel that way. Couple examples. 5:08 to the third. You know, the whole world knows that Halliburton's got a bad back, and Hart comes up and shoves him in the back. And it's all over Twitter right now because a few people have showed it to me. And JB DeRosa is looking right at it. You can see him. He's got vision of the play, and he shoves Ty right into the corner, and there's no whistle, right in the back. And so that was shocking, you know. And there are many others, but I can promise you that we're going to submit these tonight. New York can get ready; they'll see them too. You know, I'm always talking to our guys about not making it about the officials, but you know, we deserve a fair shot, you know, and it's just there's not a consistent balance, and that's disappointing.
So there it is. You heard Coach Rick Carlisle from the Indiana Pacers, man. He had to get an NBA piece of his mind real quick. You know, let them know, man. Like, look, I'm watching the game. I've seen Hart just push him in the back. Like, I didn't understand that. First of all, I was like, what was that for? Like, was they talking trash to each other? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or was he just lose his head a little bit real quick? Like, lose his cool real quick, pause. Like, I didn't understand why he even did that. And then I'm like, well, how they ain't see that? Like, you need to see a clear push. Like, he's running away from that man. He clearly extended his arms and pushed that man in his back. It wasn't like a hard push, but he pushed him enough where he like leaned forward. He had to like catch his balance real quick because he almost fell. Like, he pushed him enough. Like, that was so clear and obvious. I didn't understand like why they didn't call that. And like, when you're a coach and you watching stuff like that, see, this is what people don't understand. It's like, you don't call stuff like that, but then when people have their arms straight up in the air on the other side, Miles Turner in game one, a couple times he had his arms straight up in good position, and they called fouls on him. We all know the infamous pick screen call that they called at the end of the game on DiVincenzo when he flopped threw his head back and forth like Willow. I whipped my head back and forth, whipped his head back, and it fell on the ground and got that call. And then the NBA got the nerve to come out and say, oh, yeah, that wasn't actually a good call. Man, we not stupid. We not dumb. Y'all can say what y'all want. Like, some stuff is too obvious. Like, y'all can try to act like that wasn't obvious. Like, okay, we don't have to call that. We don't have to say that was wrong. Bro, that was wrong. We all know that was wrong. That was a horrible call. Miles Turner, that was not no damn illegal screen, not no pick. Like, he was set. He slightly moved, but he was set. He didn't lean viciously, nothing. DiVincenzo sold that call. And y'all was wrong. Y'all can't admit it. But then y'all only see stuff like that. But y'all seen that, though. Oh, that's questionable screen call. We got to call this. But obvious calls y'all can't see. Like, a coach going to get upset about stuff like that. Like, they going to obviously start feeling like y'all giving this team a favorite whistle over us. And, like, NBA, we like Carlisle said, like, you know, the small markets deserve a chance. You know, the bigger markets get the favorite whistle. He right. And it's not necessarily about the markets. Because I heard Stephen A's silly self and all these idiots and a couple other fools about some. It's not like that. Look at OKC and look at Minnesota. They small markets. Look what they doing. We talking about the bigger markets versus the small market, or a smaller market going up against a bigger market that the NBA can make potentially more money off of. Like, we not stupid, bro. OKC played New Orleans the first round. Okay, who gonna get the favorite whistle? And then on top of that, New Orleans just a good. I mean, OKC's already a good team. They're just a good team. So what point are you making by saying, oh, look at OKC, they winning. They're not crying about whistles. Look at the Timberwolves, they're winning. They're not crying about whistles. Look how they're playing though. Look who they have. Look at the talent, the level of their team. They're already going to be good. It's not about them being good or not, or that you can't be good if you're not. No, it's about what's happening in the game. Are you getting a favorable whistle or not? And obviously, the Indiana Pacers compared to the New York Knicks, we all know that you know what I'm saying, the semantics and all the numbers about why the NBA would want the Knicks to be successful. We all know the ins and outs. So I don't have to explain it, but we're not stupid. We all know it. So Stephen A. and all these other people trying to make that point, like, Carlisle was wrong, and you can miss me with the small city stuff, the small market, blah, blah, blah. Y'all just being ignorant. And he basically admitted it because he was like, everything else I agree with pretty much, but that's just that smart market stuff. He can miss me with that. Like, you trying to take his words out of context. He might not have said exactly how he meant to say it. Because he said small markets deserve a chance. You just took that for what it was. He's talking about in the situation. Obviously, if it's a small market versus another small market, it's two small markets. Like the compare like it's just like the Timberwolves. I mean, like OKC versus the New Orleans in the first round, for example. Excuse me, y'all. OKC versus New Orleans. Two smaller markets for the NBA, as far as NBA terms. So, who's going to get the favorite whistle? Obviously, we're not talking about that. We're talking about compared to a big market. We all know the big markets and the big brands. We all know the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Lakers. We all know that. Knicks, Celtics, Lakers. We know that. We know that. So if there's a chance for any of them, then they're going to take it. Like, how many times have the Knicks been good, Stephen A.? You talking about something, I don't want to hear about this. The Knicks been sorry for all these years. As soon as we get back in the playoffs, you talking about something, we getting the favorite whistle. I want to hear that. Duh, y'all been sorry for all them years. They ain't had a chance to give y'all no favorite whistle. They haven't had the opportunity to give y'all no damn favorite whistle, boy. They've been waiting for y'all to be good so they can do something like that. Obviously, if y'all playing the damn Heat, or y'all playing the Celtics, or y'all playing the, you know what I'm saying, who else? The Bulls, maybe, because they got a huge audience, TV market and all that. Y'all might not get all the favorites. Y'all might not. Y'all probably still do, but y'all might not. But compared to the Pacers, with no clear-cut superstar, Halliburton, yeah, he's nice. He's a rising star. You know what I'm saying? Young star, but he's not a superstar. So they have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Rick Carlisle, yeah, he got a championship. You know, he might be a Hall of Fame coach, but he don't have enough juice where they wasn't gonna try their hand. And now he called him out, so we're gonna see how it go from here on out. But don't ignore all the stuff that's going on in between, man. Like, don't try to make it seem like that stuff is not relevant. Stephen A. and all these people on TV to us, I don't want to hear them crying. Like, they're not crying; they're just speaking the facts. It's calling out an obvious thing that they're not getting a favorable whistle. I mean, they're not getting an even whistle, a fair whistle. They don't want a favorable whistle; they want a fair whistle. That's what the Knicks are getting, a favorable whistle, instead of letting it being the best man win, the best team win, the best coaches win. Why can't it just be just that? It has to be a bunch of hoopla, a bunch of fucking riffraff, a bunch of motherfucking rigmarole. The rigmarole. A bunch of rigmarole. That shit is crazy, man. I don't get it. Like, I get it from their standpoint, but like, people that's trying to act like it's not that, or then he start crying, like. And then I heard Charles Barkley last night. This guy gonna have the nerve to actually say, yeah, Carlisle, stop crying, complaining. You on the road. The home team gonna get the better whistle most time on the road. You know how it goes. Referees, they're humans too. They don't want to be booed, and they don't want to be by the fans and heckled by the players and the coaches and the fans. So of course you're not gonna get the favorable calls. You gotta deal with it. What? What are you talking about? So you just basically making excuses for people not doing their job correctly and not being fair in a sport of competition. In a heated competition, a sport that's supposed to be the best man win, in a competitive sport, you basically making excuses, Charles Barkley, for why they're not going to give you a fair chance. Oh, because they're human, and the refs and the crowd getting on them, calling them names and yelling at them, and they we know how it is. The crowd is rowdy in New York, so they're human. So of course they're gonna call the game for the Knicks. Like, what? You just admitted what I'm saying, Charles, and you try to make it sound like it wasn't that, but you actually just said what you just admitted the truth that we already know. It's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't even realize what they be saying sometimes or doing, man. Like, and it's like, as a real fan of sports, it's disheartening, man. And it's, it gets to the point where the politics and all that, and once that starts trumping the sport or competition, you start losing the real ones, man. Like, real fans, like, I consider myself one. You're gonna lose people like me, man. Like, we're not here for that. We want this real competition. We want the best team to win. You know what I'm saying? If the Wizards ever make it to the conference finals or the finals, I want them to have a fair chance. I love the Wizards and the Lakers. I done watched my Lakers win several championships, so I'm good with the Lakers. I mean, of course, I want us to keep winning, but I don't, I'm good. But with the Wizards, I want us to win bad. And if we get to the conference finals one day and we reach the finals or something, they start cheating because we playing the freaking Knicks or the Celtics or something, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Or the Heat or whatever else, the Bulls, because they got a bigger TV market. We want them. Or they got a bigger star. I'm gonna be mad as hell. DC, we not no peon. We not no shrimps out here. We got big TV market and all that. Y'all better not cheat us. But I watched them cheat us when we play LeBron and them and all that. I watched them cheat us when we played the Celtics and them. When Wall and Bill was out there. It was that going on too back then. Like, we all know what's going on, man. So y'all need to cut it out, dog. But getting to the game, Carlisle, you didn't do a great job. McConnell should have played at the end of the game, man. McConnell should have played. He got great energy. He was pressing Brunson. I know Nembhard played good too. Nembhard is playing well, but sometimes you got to make tough decisions. You should have sat Nembhard, put McConnell back in. Miles Turner had a bad game again for a second consecutive game. You should have sat his big ass on the bench and put Obi Toppin in the game because he had it going for the second straight game. Obi Toppin had 12 points a game one. In not that many minutes, and he was 5 of 7 from the field in game one. Game two yesterday, he dropped 20 points in 20 minutes, and was 7 of 10 from the field. Like, why you come on? You have to peep what's going on at the time, Rick Carlisle. So now I get you. I don't mind you calling out the refs because you were correct. The refs is not giving you a fair shake. But I'm also gonna get on you too because there's things you could do to help your team win that you didn't do. You didn't put that. You didn't do the necessary coaching adjustments right there. Obi Toppin and Siakam, you have to risk it. Oh well, I know they crushed us on the boards already, but y'all gotta crash and go hard. Crash and go hard. Siakam and Toppin down low, and Nembhard. I mean Neesmith. Excuse me, with Halliburton and McConnell. That's what it's supposed to be at the end of the game. Because that's the people that was playing the best. That was your 5 best players on your team last night. You got to ride with your 5 best players. You ain't do that. And I know Neesmith looked like he was a little banged up, maybe. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a great game at all. He didn't shoot that much, but he didn't have a good game. 2 of 7, 2 of 6 from 3. So Neesmith might be compromised. That's something to look out for. The Knicks, man, they are compromised, man. These injuries are piling up. OG went down, and you know what I'm saying. Brunson, you can see like these wasn't contact injuries; these are soft tissue injuries. This is a result of all these mileage, the mileage these guys putting on, or could be a result. I don't know for sure. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. This could be a result of the mileage these boys are accumulating by playing all these damn minutes. Thibodeau. This is why he's a great coach. He's tough, hard-nosed, old school. He knows defense. He's a real championship level coach. But on certain levels, he might be missing it sometimes. This might be one of them. He rides his guys to the damn dirt. And right now, he basically has to do it because all these injuries. But that another thing could be said that all these injuries are happening because he already be doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, these guys can be healthy enough to get themselves a better chance. Because even though, the Knicks always getting the calls and the whistle, it be pissing me off. I have no problem with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the Knicks. I like the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the best team win. Brunson be going hard. He got game. I fuck with Brunson. He the dog. Josh Hart definitely my dog. Shout out Silver Spring. Shout out Josh Hart. That's my boy, man. I've been one of the Lakers to keep him. I was saying back then, like, he's a winning type of player. You can see it. And then I love players like him because he doesn't need a ball. He doesn't need offense ran for him or nothing like that. But he gonna impact the game. He gonna impact the game. He gonna affect the game in a positive way for your team, man. And even though he's a salesman, he's a great salesman. Also, they must have all went to school for a salesman to be a salesman in Villanova. DiVincenzo, Brunson, and Hart. They was like, we don't make it to the league, we gonna be some salesmen, y'all, because they are great salesmen. I ain't gonna hold you. They are some great salesmen. Them boys will sell a car quicker than I'm telling you, hey, I'm telling you. And so they credit, they know how to do it. And they don't do it like they do it in a sneaky way, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing that Carlisle said. Like, they get rewarded for playing physical and we get penalized. And that's the thing I'm talking about. Turning them, they playing with their hands up, and these dudes are bumped into them and get some calls. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, throw their head back, bump into them, get calls. Meanwhile, Pacers on the other side getting tough contact. These boys playing physical as hell, and they're not getting no calls. That's what Carlo talking about. In the NBA, you can't allow that. Like, we all watching, man. Like, that's not good. Like, people don't want to see that. So I believe, man, it's gonna be some after all this, after all the dust blow over, called out the refs and everything, called out the league, made an issue about the smaller markets versus the big markets. I feel like it's gonna be a zeroed in eye on that. So it's a high chance, high possibility that the Pacers will get an even whistle these next two games, or maybe even a favorable whistle, which I don't want even one of them to have favorable whistle. I want it to be even, as best as everybody can see, best as possible, and they can go from there. Now it's gonna get them a good chance to win these next two games to Indiana. If they even this series, that's gonna be an interesting series because the battle of attrition look like it's catching up to the Knicks. The injuries are piling up. And if that continues and their players keep having to play tough, long minutes versus a high-paced team that likes to get up and down, likes to run, that can start to catch up. And, it might be, spell doom for the Knicks. But we're going to see if the Knicks can battle through, man, or if hold on to this 2-0 lead that the NBA didn't kind of gift wrap them again, or if the Pacers can come back, man, and do something, man, we gonna all have a chance to watch going forward. Like I said, Game 3 is Friday, so quick turnaround, advantage Pacers again, because the Knicks are more banged up. Quick turnaround for Brunson, quick turnaround for Anunoby. I definitely doubt he playing. He looked like he definitely not playing. Brunson, I'm pretty sure he gonna play. If you ask me, I'm pretty sure he gonna try to tough it out to play. So, we gonna see how that thing unfold. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy Enrico. I had to come give y'all my 2 cents on this series, man. I'm coming back with some more soon. So be on the lookout for more videos. Like, share, subscribe, definitely comment. I love the feedback in the comment section. So I appreciate y'all. Make it y'all best time. Until next time, y'all. Peace.